Hello everyone, welcome to That Nerdy channel, your go-to hub for all things anime, pop culture, and goodness in general. Today we're diving into My Hero Academia Vigilantes episode 8, titled Mayor, which dropped on past May 26th. The episode is a wild ride, with the introduction of a new hero who steals the spotlight from our main trio of Vigilantes.
Oh, Captain Celebrity! Perfect timing!
With some quite hilarious moments, and that comic book flair that we already love from the show. In this video, we'll review the episode, break down the story, compare it to the manga, and tie it to the bigger pop culture world. If you're loving Vigilantes, or you're just here for the superhero vibes, stick around, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get started. So what happens in episode 8? We're back with Koichi Himawari, aka the Crawler, our college kid turned vigilante chasing a motorcyclist thief through Naruhata's gritty streets. His light and glide quirk is in full swing, zipping along like if he was a Spider-Man on a skateboard. Popstep, the team's sassy street performer, leaves behind, yelling at Koichi to chill out for safety's sake. But our boss is too stubborn, wanting to keep tabs on the thief until the cops show up. Things get a bit dicey when the thief kicks Koichi right into an oncoming truck's path. Enter Captain Celebrity.
Please. My intimate friends call me Christopher.
A blonde, muscle-bound American pro-hero who swoops in like a Hollywood star, saving Koichi and knocking out the thief with one punch. Talk about a grand entrance, huh? But here's the kicker. Captain Celebrity is all about the spotlight. He signs Koichi's official All Might hoodie without even asking, and treasures All Might in front of him. Koichi's not having it, and honestly, I'm with him. Later, at the Vigilantes penthouse, we learn via a news report that Captain Celebrity is in Japan to dodge scandals back in the US that earned him the nickname of Captain Catastrophe. Koichi is scrubbing that signature off his hoodie, foaming about this showboat. Meanwhile, a trigger-enhanced kaiju villain starts wrecking the city, setting up some of the big action parts of the episode. We see how the Crawler and Popstep rush to the scene and try helping the people, but the Crawler cannot go away faster enough, having to be rescued by Captain Catastrophe. Oops, I meant Captain Celebrity and his team, who show up to save the day. The episode quickly moves forward to the night where we see once again how the Crawler is trying to rescue survivors from the buildings that got damaged by the fight between Captain Celebrity and the kaiju. The flashy hero saves our protagonist once again, and we get to see that he's even having his own group of cheerleaders. We see shortly after how our Makoto is performing as one of the cheerleaders, triggering the ire of Koichi and Popstep's jealousy at noticing Koichi's reaction. Our team flees the scene as Makoto tries to engage with them, and we finally get to see Knuckle Dusters. Seriously man, where were you all this time? The episode makes a time jump, and we see Makoto waiting for a day with, well, you guessed it, Captain Celebrity. Koichi and Katsuho spy her from afar, only to be given away by Captain Celebrity upon his arrival to the scene. The episode moves into the date scene where we see Captain Celebrity making his move on our Makoto. But our girl outsmarts him. She contacts his wife, triggering the fears of the hero, who leaves the scene and rushes to somehow quickly procure anything that proves that he's not doing anything wrong in Japan. All this brings us to that post-credit scene. It teases Koichi's relationship with his mother, heavily hinting at the upcoming fake girlfriend drama with Popstep and Makoto in episode 9. We gotta stay tuned for that episode. Alright, this episode is a blast of comic book flair, full of flashy action and leaning hard into humor and satire. Captain Celebrity is the MVP here. A total parody of fame-obsessed heroes like Homelander from The Boys and Omni-Man from Invincible. His cocky grin and the over-the-top rescue had me laughing a lot, especially when he mercilessly ruined Koichi's hoodie. Poor Koichi. I really enjoy how the animation pops with those comic book touches like bam and pow splashing across the screen. The chase scene is a visual treat, with dynamic angles that makes Koichi's lighting feel alive.
I'm the guy chasing down a robber! The Crawler!
After episode 6's big focus on the Stenda's backstory, the last 2 episodes took a hard turn towards comedy, which can definitely throw some people off a bit. The Vigilante theme, that really unsanctioned hero vibe, takes a backseat again to Captain Celebrity flashy presence. On the other side of the spectrum, Pop Steps got some funny moments with those close-ups hinting at her jealousy tied to Makoto's presence, but she feels slightly underused compared to her usual spark. And what to say about Knuckle Duster? He barely shows up in this episode, which is a bummer, since his grit balances the team. The kaiju villain scene is cool, but a bit rushed, leaving me wanting more context about it. However, that post-credits tease, a total cliffhanger gold, setting up family drama for episode 9. I will give this episode an 8 out of 10. It is super fun, but I wish we could have more about the Vigilante trio that we like. Now, compared to the manga, this episode adapted chapters 14 and 15, but of course with some tweaks. First, Captain Celebrity intro in the manga is less flashy. His rescue is quick and his personality doesn't really get the same comedic spotlight. The anime amps up his arrogance with extra gags, like that prolonged hoodie signing beat making him a bit caricaturesque. Regarding that chase scene, the manga's panels are solid but simpler. The anime adds slick camera work and those BAM effects make it pop. Pop Step's jealousy is also subtler in the manga, with the anime bringing those close-ups to her face that scream something like, "Boy, drama's coming." And well guys, that's my take on episode 8 of Vigilantes. What do you think? Do you like Captain Celebrity's personality? Drop a comment below and let me know which version do you prefer, the manga or the anime. Which medium do you think is a better storyteller? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to That Nerdy channel for more content like this.